And we're back. Standard Humans, Asia 2. Let's go.
Hello. Second Asia.
We didn't get enough Asia with the first one, so we need some more. It's not a big
No,
enough
not at all.
place.
I was actually going to start with a totally non-Asia related opinion question
Okay.
because I was just thinking about it. What are
Okay.
your thoughts on Marmite?
I have never tried it. All I know about it is from what I've learned from the Tomska video, and from that I know that it's horrible, and I'm just going to assume that Tomska is right about this and everything else. So, yeah.
Okay, because I love Marmite,
Okay.
right? And it's just really polarizing, so I just wanted to know what you thought so I could know what to think of you.
Yeah, I just assume it's
But you
terrible
haven't tried it.
and that you are a terrible person for liking it. I don't really
Eh,
know. Oh yeah, I think I've
just tastes
seen it.
like just tastes like liquid salt.
Why? Why would you want that?
It's good.
Like, do you put it on like what bread, like toast or
Yeah, you put
something?
on bread
Get
or
outta here.
yeah, you put on toast, not cold bread. That'd be kind of weird. That would be weird. That'd be
Oh yeah,
ugh.
that's the odd part.
Yeah. Just
Man,
because my girlfriend was working in England
yeah,
all summer, and she knows my two culinary loves are
yeah.
Marmite and nuts. So
Okay,
she brought me back a jar of Marmite and a jar of Marmite peanut butter.
okay, interesting.
It just tastes like really salty peanut butter.
That sounds horrible.
But nah, it's great.
Okay,
Yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to start on that, see what you thought.
man. Speaking of toast, I
Yeah.
always thought that avocado toast was a joke, but it's actually good stuff. I've been having it
Well,
lately, and
yeah.
damn.
I mean the meme about it is just how expensive it is. Like people will sell avocado toast for like $10 and it costs you like $1 to make.
No, like an avocado. Oh yeah, because you're only using
'Cause you,
like what, half or a quarter of an avocado.
yeah,
So,
exactly. You're not even using the full avocado.
and then add in a piece of toast. That's less than 50 cents. Yeah. Okay, I see the meme now.
Yeah. Because well, there was also an article written. I don't know who wrote it, but about why millennials aren't buying houses, and they blamed it to things like avocado toast being really expensive. And they're like, yeah, they're buying all their avocado toast, so they can't afford a house anymore. Makes perfect sense.
That does actually. Yeah, that explains why I don't own a home. I'm making too
Yeah, true.
much avocado
You're
toast.
you're eating too much damn avocado toast to get up and buy a house already.
Avocado toast creates this chemical reaction in your brain that prevents you from buying a house.
Yeah, and just makes you love Harry Potter because
Yeah.
millennials.
Is that just a millennial thing? I thought everyone loved it.
And also Gen Z, I
Yeah.
guess. I don't know. Like it's not a millennial thing to enjoy Harry Potter, but the extent to which like
Fair. Yeah.
people our age love it sort of blows my mind. Like
Mhm.
it is like a children's book series. It's very good, but it's
Yeah.
still like a children's book series. And I've seen multiple people in the past like couple weeks that have like Harry Potter references tattooed on their body, and I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a little much.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean you can do whatever you want.
I don't know. I find
Eh.
most things people who are older just get less excited about, maybe, or they don't go crazy with it as much. I mean, I say that, then you can just say, yeah, but sports.
Yeah, true. They go fucking nuts over sport. We riot for
Seriously.
soccer.
Yeah.
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 Or here we riot for hockey.
I was gonna say, who cares about soccer? This is North America. No one cares about
Yeah.
soccer.
Yeah, true. Everyone except for just here cares about but this year we
The
don't give
rest
a
of the
single fuck
world.
about soccer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, other outside of the fact that we have a really good women's soccer team internationally, that's
Yeah,
like,
inexplicably.
yay, Canada. Yeah, I have no idea how that happened. That's a weird one.
Yeah, we just happened to men's soccer, absolute dog shit. Women's soccer, world class.
Yeah, like
Like, huh?
regularly, like in the top three, I think, right?
Yeah.
For the past however many Olympics, World Cups. What do you call?
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I have no idea. Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking soccer? You think I know about that? What am I, communist?
All right. Well, good. Actually, that whole topic, that tangent, that was just a call me check
Yeah,
to
yeah.
make sure you
Yeah.
weren't.
Don't worry about me.
All right. Good. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I wanted to start with a little bit of follow up. I've got a couple things here. First off, as many of you may have noticed, for if you follow the social media pages for the Standard Humans podcast, which you should totally do, it's on a bunch of different platforms. For the
Yeah,
last
you
couple,
goofballs.
yeah, seriously, come on, get out there. I put some nice photos to represent what we were talking about in the last highlights that I posted on all the platforms. But those photos, in case you were wondering if those came from Evan's trip or not, they did
Oh.
not. I had to go and search those up online. I asked
Yeah.
Evan to provide some photos, but Evan, do you want to describe the one photo
Yeah.
that you sent me?
Well, I took one photo on my entire trip in Asia because I don't know, I don't really when I'm going somewhere that I've never been before,
Mm-hmm.
I don't really like think to take photos. I'm just like, wow, this is fucking pretty cool. Um, the only thing I took a photo of was I was just going for a walk at night alone in Seoul because we'd had like a busy day
Yeah,
hanging out with family and stuff all day. Like the family who lived in Seoul and like our Koreans. Uh, and so it was a little overstimulating, so I just went for a walk.
fair enough. Yeah.
And I walked past this sign for a market that was in Mapo, which is like a kind of tofu, but also a district in Seoul. It was right at the edge of that.
Okay.
There was a sign for a market that said Manly Market.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really funny. So I took a picture of it.
Yeah, I'll put it up in the show notes for this episode. If any of you are curious about Evan's one photograph from
Yeah.
Asia.
Oh, it's a masterpiece.
Yeah. It says
Yeah.
around Manly Market, pedestrian environment, improvement construction.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So yeah, the photos there did not come from me.
Yeah, no. Do other people in your family take photos? Is it just you that doesn't?
Usually it's my dad.
Okay.
Yeah. Or like my cousins always take selfies all the time.
Okay, yeah, fair
I
enough.
really hope they don't hear this. It's not that bad. They just take some selfies sometimes.
A lot of people take selfies, yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Just stuff like that.
Hmm.
But I don't take pictures a lot of
Is it
anything.
Is it just that you want to experience the thing in the moment, or you know that you'll get
Yeah.
them from other people, or
Yeah, and I know I'll get them from other people, so that's why I don't take them.
fair
Because I'm
enough?
like, oh, I don't have to worry about taking a picture. I can just absorb this cool thing. Because I know that everyone else is taking pictures, so there'll be a huge surplus of pictures. It's like when I go to a concert, I don't record it because I see everyone recording it, and I'm like, well, they're gonna post that somewhere.
Yeah, and you'll be able to
So
get that for sure. Yeah.
yeah,
No, that makes
so
sense.
yeah. Although I do get a T-shirt, so I remember it.
Okay. Yeah, no, I was just kind of fascinated because I'll usually try and take at least a couple photos, like not too many because my family goes a little mad with photos.
Oh
If
yeah,
Yeah, like my uncle carries around a DLSR with him at all times.
nice.
Yeah, which is pretty great because then we just get really high quality photos all the time. It's
Yeah,
awesome. So I don't need to
you're
take
just
too
like
many, but yeah,
I can
no,
imagine.
I'll still take some photos usually, partly
Yeah,
just because
yeah.
it's kind of fun, like trying to get like a good shot of something.
Yeah, I get that. When I have a camera, I like to take more pictures, but my camera I haven't used because it's a little out of date.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like it's a very nice camera, but it's getting a little old.
yeah, and
Mm.
you don't think to like use your cell phone?
No, I don't know. My cell phone doesn't take that good pictures, so I'm like, other people's will be fine.
Yeah, especially if other people have full on cameras. I mean, some cell
Yeah, for
phones
sure.
can take some decent photos. Not
Yeah,
like actual camera level of photos, but still
like
decent.
pretty good.
Yeah. Like I find
Un
mine, if you have really good lighting, not bad, not bad. I took a
yeah.
really good picture of a butterfly.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Apple would have you believe that it's just as good as a camera.
Yeah. Not even the Pixel devices like are as good. Still very good.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Hmm.
yeah. So I thought that the
This,
listeners might like to know that.
yeah, just a little weird quirk about me.
Yeah. Not
Are
taking
there any more
photos.
follow-ups?
Yeah, actually. Um I guess I'll go on to you mentioned you try and get a t-shirt from the place that you go to. What kinds of stuff do you look to try and get other than sneakers and food? Cuz
Yeah.
we've covered
Uh,
that quite a bit.
I bought a t-shirt. Like I do buy. I like to buy those like classic touristy shirts that just say like the city on it. Like I have
Okay.
a red one that says Seoul.
Okay.
And in Thailand, I just got this cool. Um, it's one of those like button-up shirts where it doesn't have a collar. You know,
Oh, it's like
it looks like the
a,
collar's been.
oh, what do you call it? A monk collar? No.
Yeah, maybe it's one of
Oh,
those
that's
ones. I just got
close.
it. I saw it at the floating
Yeah.
market and I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I see those
But
at Uniqlo all the time. They look weird.
yeah, yeah, it's those. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got one of those. But like, sad ending to this story.
Yeah.
We couldn't understand the Korean washer.
Oh,
Um,
no.
so it didn't dry it, but it was just hot water, so it shrunk. So it doesn't fit me anymore.
Rip whatever
Big
type of
sad.
collar shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I got a just a regular collared shirt in Thailand and Chinatown as well, and it
Okay.
still fits me very well. It looks regular, but it's just a nice shirt. So
Oh, that's always nice. Yeah.
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 But so that's that, and like some kind of interesting like memorabilia. Like I got a Seoul Tower flattened coin. You put in like a
Okay.
100 yen coin, and then it flattens it, like those
Yeah,
penny
one of
flatteners.
those. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
No, I know those. Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah,
So just like that kind of stuff.
just knick-knacky
Postcards.
kind of stuff. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I was wondering specifically about the shoes. You mentioned that you brought that up a few times throughout the episode. That was one of your main things was that
Yeah.
sneakers are slightly cheaper in Korea than here. That and food. Do you like look for the sneakers a lot? Is that something that you focus on?
No, not really. I think like I just needed new shoes because I was wearing really old shoes and we were
Oh,
walking
okay.
like so much
Yeah.
every day that I needed more comfortable shoes.
Yeah.
Um, and also just I was so blown away by that thing in Thailand in those shifty markets. I was like, what? So that's why I was talking about that. Just
Yeah,
absolutely
no.
blew me away.
That's weird in itself. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, yeah, I just need comfortable shoes because we were walking so much. I was like,
Okay.
these will not do it, chief.
Yeah, I was just wondering if are you some kind of like sneakerhead or something?
Oh no, no, no.
No.
No
Okay.
way.
That's
I
why
would
you knew
never
the
spend more
price.
than like I would never spend more than like $70 on a pair of shoes. That's ridiculous to me.
Nah, man. Got to get some what is it Yeezys or something?
Yeah.
Oh man. On
Well, actually, no, scratch that. I won't spend more than like $70 on a pair of shoes if they aren't for like a specific thing. Like I'd buy like $100 work boots
Oh, fair. Yeah.
because
Yeah.
that'll last you years.
Yeah.
And like there actually is a difference between $100 work boots and like $30 work boots.
Yeah. You actually need the $100 work boots.
Yeah.
Like with that
Yeah.
steel-toed tip and then the plate of metal on the bottom. That is
Yeah,
that is
that makes
needed.
a lot of sense.
That
So
$70 is the difference between your foot
yeah,
being fine and impaled by a nail. So,
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
So like functional stuff, fine, but just because like just buying stuff for the brand, I don't get it all. So no, no way, no way am I a sneakerhead.
You know, one thing that I wanted to mention the other day on the knockoffs, the most hilarious knockoff I've seen, it was just a photo of it, was someone who had a pair of Yeezys, but they just said Kanye on them.
That's actually really funny.
Yeah, I know, right?
Huh.
That was good stuff.
I would buy a pair of Kanye West. Speaking of actually cool stuff that I get, one thing was really looking for in Korea was I find Korean baseball pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I really wanted a Doosan Bears hat,
Okay.
which
Sure.
that's just a Korean pro baseball team.
Okay.
But you can't find them anywhere. They're so hard to find. I would walk into like any hat and or sports store and just be like, first thing I'd say, I'd be like, "Hi, you got Korean baseball stuff?" And they're like, "Nope." And I'm like, "Oh." I could walk into like the Nike and Adidas stores.
Yeah.
Nope. There'd be like a
Oh.
hat stall just in a street market. Hey, you got Korean baseball hats? They have American baseball hats everywhere. But I'm like, hey, you got Korean baseball hats? They're like, nope. But like New York Yankees, easy. You can get those real quick. So I
Okay.
was just like befuddled, yeah, as you would be. And we went over for dinner to my aunt's uncle's family's place. So it's my aunt's uncle, his wife, his wife and his daughter, which is my aunt's cousin.
Run that by
So
me again, Chief.
it's my aunt's cousin and her parents' place where we went.
Aunt's cousin and your parents' place. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
My aunt's cousin, and then my aunt's
It's
aunt and
the
uncle.
ones who live in Korea?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we went to a few family dinners with people who live like who are Korean and live in Korea. And specifically like this family, they can understand some English, but they can speak very, very little.
Oh,
So
okay.
there's a lot of like if I wanted to say anything, just popping open some Google Translate real quick.
Makes
And
sense. Yeah.
yeah, stuff like that. But I was semi chatting because we were like chatting, but in a lot of just like pauses to translate stuff with my aunt's uncle,
Okay.
whatever he may be relation wise.
Yeah.
Um, and I was saying how I like the Korean baseball league,
Okay.
and he's a fan too. He used to play baseball, like not professional. He just used to play baseball, so he likes watching the baseball.
Okay.
And I said that I like the Doosan Bears, and he's like, ah, okay. Um, and then they were sending us off at the airport. Um, he and his wife weren't there actually. They were probably doing something. They're quite a bit older too, so I
Okay,
wasn't like
yeah.
expecting them to be. They're
Yeah,
not that
yeah.
old, but like they're definitely seniors.
Hmm.
Uh, they look very good for their age though. But yeah, um, yeah. So his daughter and her husband and her sister were sending us off the airport, and the daughter just pulls out a Doosan Bears baseball cap
Okay.
and is like, "Here, this is for you." When they're like giving gifts to everyone when we're leaving, and I'm like, "Holy,
Sick.
where did you
Okay.
find that?" And they're like, "Oh, we just drove to the baseball stadium that the Doosan Bears play at. It wasn't even that far out of our way." And I'm like, "That was out of your way. That was really, really nice." Like
Yeah, that's
I'd never
amazing.
I didn't even like I'd met them that trip like
Wow.
and they're just
Okay.
like here. So that is one of my prized possessions now, a Doosan Bears baseball cap.
All right. So, first question, why Korean baseball? What's the appeal? Why do you like it?
Just interesting. I'm just a hipster like that.
I mean, like that's kind of what I figured, but
Yeah.
do
There's no
you
reason. It's just yeah, it's just I don't know, Korean baseball. It's cool.
do you watch games or anything like that?
Oh, not here. In Korea, yes.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah, no, not here. I mean, I've seen like videos about it here,
Okay. Just
like just on
online.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I won't like be like, oh, the game's on. Like 3 a.m. Let me watch it.
Man, if Dusan's on, you're on too.
Yeah,
You gotta be
that'd be
there.
like the morning. That'd be weird. They play like early morning.
Okay. Yeah, that
Wake
would
up
be
at
odd.
6 a.m. to watch a baseball game.
I mean, people do that kind of stuff for the Olympics, but
Yeah, it's not it, Chief.
yeah. And then follow up, why the Doosan Bears?
Because I like bears.
Also what I kind of figured.
Yeah,
You just kind of like picked a logo or something?
yeah. No, I was watching them play a couple times when we were in Korea, and I'm like, hey, I like them.
Oh,
Just
okay.
watching them play. Yeah,
So while
and
you
then it
were
was just
there, yeah.
yeah, it was just chance that my uncle's like, I like them too. Not my uncle, my aunt's uncle was like, I like them too, and I'm like, sick,
You
cool,
picked a good one. Okay.
yeah,
Interesting. So you just kind of saw a
so
couple games while you were there and were like, yeah, this is good.
I like them. But no, before I came to Korea, I knew they had a baseball league, so I was just
Okay.
like, I want a Korean baseball hat because I've seen things about their league and it looks interesting, and also just because where the hell are you gonna buy a Korean baseball hat besides Korea, you know?
I don't know. Maybe Amazon.
Probably Amazon, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, nah,
I'll check later. If it's there, I'll put a link in the
yeah.
show notes. We'll see.
If in case anyone wants to match.
Exactly. Yeah. If we ever do a meetup, you got to bring your Doosan hats.
Yeah. Doosan Bears, let's go. That would actually be a requirement for a meetup. You need to have some Doosan Bears merchandise on you. Even if it's just a sweatband. You need something.
Okay, now that we're taking the joke this so far, I have to actually look up the logo.
Yeah, it's just a D.
Oh, I see it. It is literally
Huh?
just a D. Okay. Okay, so I guess the D is, it says it's the cap insignia, and then the team logo, it just says Bears. And while I'm Googling stuff, I'll just look up if Amazon has it. Okay, I mean, like, there is a hat that says Doosan on it, but it doesn't have the D.
Oh, really? Yes.
Yeah, so it was a good call. It was a good call to get
Yeah.
it there.
Uh-huh.
I might, maybe you could find it on Alibaba or something like that. I don't
You can
know.
find it somewhere probably.
Yeah, I'm sure
You
you
could
can
just
get it literally
yeah.
somewhere, but
You could just
anyways.
find a Korean guy online and be like, I'll give you $2,000 if you send me this.
Fair trade. Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was very cool. That was
That is
great.
a very cool move by your family.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. I was by my family's family, I guess, but I was
Yeah.
literally I was literally like talking to my mom when we were getting off the light rail or subway or whatever. Um
Yeah.
at the airport, I'm like, this is such a good trip. Literally the only thing. Well, actually, no. In the morning, the last day, we were like, that was really cool. The only thing that we didn't get to do that was sort of on our list was eat at a traditional style restaurant where all the tables are on the floor,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and you sit on the floor.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, we didn't get to do that, and I was like, I also didn't get a Doosan Bears hat. But other than that, it was like an absolutely perfect trip. And
Yeah.
then for lunch that day, just the nearest restaurant around happened to be a sit down
Ooh. Ooh. That's
bibimbap
nice.
and what was it? Namyeon
Okay.
restaurant. So we're like, oh, check off, cool. And then we're getting off the subway at the airport, and I'm like, yeah, this is perfect. Literally the only thing was I didn't get a Doosan Bears cap. And then we meet up with the family, and she's like just pulls out a hat, and I'm like, oh, nice.
Yeah.
Thank
All
you.
right. It's a perfect
Yeah.
trip then.
Mhm.
All right. The one last thing that I
Yeah.
want to cover before we get into more anecdotes was I checked out some reviews of Hyundai Beach, and
Yeah.
there's one here saying, only slight annoyance is dudes constantly coming up and trying to sell you chicken. It's more
Yeah.
than just the woman. It's not just her.
It's a whole conglomerate.
It's an industry. It's not just one person.
There's a beach chicken gang.
Seriously,
And it's illegal too, because she was hiding from the police. So
this just rises so many questions. Are they organized? Why just this beach? Why fried
why
chicken?
why just fried chicken? Like the beer, selling cold beer on the beach,
Fair.
total sense. I
Yeah,
totally get it.
that makes
Yeah.
complete sense. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
time and a half. The fried chicken though.
What?
Why? Why?
Who's just sitting on a hot beach and is like, man, I wish someone would come up to me with a garbage can full of fried chicken, or a garbage bag full of fried chicken, just offering to sell it.
And specifically Hyundai Beach in
Yeah.
Korea, just this one beach.
Just if you go to Busan in South Korea,
Yeah.
in Busan, there's a beach called Hyundai Beach.
Yeah.
If you go to a specific part of this beach, you will be sold chicken.
For like $30. Just
Yeah.
chicken and beer.
Yeah.
Oh, is the $30
That's like
for the chicken and the beer?
um
Or just the chicken?
I'm not sure. The beers they were selling, they sold them for
Okay,
like
that was
3,000
separate.
won.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like,
But they were like the small boys, like about the size of they were like just smaller than a regular can. That's all I can say. Like I don't
okay.
know exactly how. They were like very small.
Okay. But yeah, the other thing that blows my mind looking through these reviews here,
Yeah.
some people love the chicken. With a
Yeah,
couple of
like
beer and some food, chicken, and you have a beautiful night on the beach with your
oh man.
friend. Like, what?
Yeah, well that's like my mom and uncle and sister and cousin all ate it and they were fine and they were like, yeah, that was good chicken. And I'm like, I'm sure it was, but I'm really not gonna take your word for it.
And then this person here from London, England is saying, oh, yes, you can actually order chicken, wings plus beer without leaving the beach! Exclamation
I
mark.
feel like
Like,
I feel like they
what?
think that's a Korea thing. Like that's not a Korea thing. That's just a there
Oh,
thing.
maybe. Yeah. They think it's just something like cool and foreign.
They're just like, oh, these wacky locals. The customs here are so weird. They sell you fried chicken on the beach. What? Okay, I better get some.
Oh, that might
Meanwhile,
explain it. Yeah.
yeah.
They don't realize that
But
it's weird.
as far as I know, it's just a Hyundai Beach thing,
Okay.
and it's been going on for years. Don't know why.
And I mean, none of these people, they didn't mention if there were garbage bags or not. So maybe some of the other, I'm going to call them vendors, have a more
Yeah,
professional setup.
maybe that would make sense. Because I mean,
Maybe.
like, yeah, maybe business has just been hard lately, so they had to like
Oh, they had to sell off the
downgrade it.
cart or box or
Yeah,
whatever they had. Yeah.
honestly, if they were selling it from a card, I would have been like,
That'd be fine.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's the fact that it's from a garbage bag.
yeah. It could be the exact same chicken, but if it was from a card, I'd be like, all right.
Similar
A little
tangent.
weird quirk.
You know,
Yeah,
what was kind of neat? What's that? You know, there's the semi like cheap shoe store. I think it's Payless that we have
yeah,
around here.
yeah.
Apparently, they did a like high end fashion show like line unveil under a fake name, making it look like it was some like super high like brow kind of shoe stuff. And they were just
Yeah.
taking the Payless shoes and then marking them up like 10 times. And people were coming in and going like, "Oh yeah, that's totally worth like $500 this pair of shoe. That's fine."
Huh. Okay, well, on a personal thing, I just dislike Payless Shoe Store.
Oh yeah? Why is that?
So I hope I wouldn't fall for that because I always walk in. Well,
Yeah.
not now because I'm a grown up, but when I was like 14 or 15,
Okay.
it'd be like time to get a new pair of shoes. And Mom, let's go to Payless, and I'm like, I hate Payless. Their shoes are whack, but we'd go there anyway because it's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
And Mom's like, pick a pair of shoes, and I'm like, I don't like these at all. So I don't know. Maybe they've changed, but
Yeah, probably not, to be honest.
probably not. I had serious beef.
Oh yeah? Why was that? I'm curious
I don't
now.
know. I just didn't like them, and I was always forced to choose a pair that I liked. So I was like, I don't like any of these.
Get out of here with your Playless crap.
Yeah, I know.
There.
Freaking mom buying me shoes. Get out of here.
Jeez. Honestly,
The nerve.
what's your problem?
Mom.
I don't want these shoes.
Yeah. I want Vans like my friends. Jeez.
Fair, yeah.
Stupid mom. She doesn't get it.
Not even slightly.
Yeah.
All right. So shall we get back into some stories?
Yeah,
some
sure.
anecdotes.
Let's get right back into it.
Where do you want to start tonight?
Well, just back on the buying things
Okay.
vein. There was like I went to floating market in Bangkok, right? I don't know if that's still in Bangkok. It was a little bit out there,
Yeah.
but it was somewhere near Bangkok was the
Okay.
floating market. Didn't actually like it that much. Like I said, it was super touristy.
Yeah.
But one market I really did like
Yeah.
that wasn't just selling random garbage, was Mae Klong Market.
Okay.
It's also called the train track market because the way it works is it's just like a regular market setup where it's just like all the vendors come in the early morning, set all their shit up, put all their food out, whatever,
Yeah.
like cut up all their vegetables if they need to be cut up, stuff like that, salt their fish. But it is like the main walkway down it is an active train track. And it's near the station, so the train's not absolutely booking it. It's going pretty slow
Okay.
when it goes through, but it goes to station 4 times, so that means 8 times a day when it goes there and when it goes back.
Okay.
Everybody's got to move their shit back like a meter on either side of the train track, and that's what you walk down. You walk down the train track to like buy your stuff.
Okay. So do
Yeah.
they like clear you out when the train's coming, I assume?
I mean, most of the people who go there are locals, so they just
Okay.
know. Because it comes the same time every day.
Yeah.
It isn't just like, the train's coming.
But like
um,
they'll kind of tell you, I
yeah,
guess, if you're a tourist.
I hope. You're just like, pretty slow train. Jeez.
Yeah. Okay. But
Maybe they
yeah,
wouldn't. They probably wouldn't have to be honest. You'd just be like, a train.
okay, it's slow moving enough that you'd figure it out.
I believe so. I didn't see it because when we went, it had just come.
Oh, okay.
So then it's like there were like 2 or 3 hours until it would come again. So we just bought stuff.
Okay.
Um, but I was told, yeah, it goes pretty slow. Like it's not like full on like 300 kilometers an hour. Just like,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
So it's
It did
probably
good
going
stuff
like
though.
10 or something, maybe.
Yeah. I
Okay.
just bought some like tom yum dried soup mix, like the like dried lemongrass and stuff like that,
Okay.
and some interesting fans.
Oh,
But
okay.
they had a whole bunch of just like fruit and vegetables and salted fish and whatever. It was really good.
Hmm.
The only tourists we saw was a group of Chinese tourists all wearing matching golf shirts. So that was pretty good.
I mean, that's kind of hilarious, but it's also a super smart thing to do when you're traveling with a family.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we were thinking because we were like, oh, haha, that's funny. Then we're like, wait, that makes a lot of sense.
So like if you people know you are together and that you're tourists, so you don't know what the hell's going on around you. And like if you get lost, you'll just be like, I need to find people with the same shirt as me.
Yeah, like you wouldn't even need to ask. Probably people would just be like, oh yeah, that giant crowd of people wearing your exact same shirt. I totally assume you're with them. Here
Yeah.
you go. They're over there.
Yeah, no, that's a big brain move right there.
That
The
was
more I
a
think
very
about
big
it.
brain move
Yeah.
upon further analysis.
But this one was more of a actual like locals market that they would go to.
Yeah, this was a market where um our guide said we don't need to haggle because it
Okay.
was just regular local prices and they weren't marking it up for us. But that was very cool. That's one thing I was actually fully like, yeah, this is cool. This is not just some tourist junk.
Okay. Yeah, because it sounded like a lot of the other markets you went to were a little bit more like that. Touristy
Yeah,
kind of things.
that's why I didn't enjoy a lot of the markets because it's just like random dollar store shit,
Yeah.
but they're like multiplied the price by 10
Yeah.
and like it looks cooler when you're at a market. But I was with my girlfriend. We were playing tourist in downtown Ottawa,
Okay.
right? And we were at the Byward Market, and there was one of those like we were actually at the indoor market building, of the
Okay.
Byward Market. Uh, and there was just like a random trinket store, like a souvenir shop
Mm-hmm.
for like Ottawa stuff, and I'm like, that looks like garbage. And then I'm like, that's pretty much the exact same stuff that they had in like Bangkok, except it just had Bangkok written on it and like elephants instead of moose.
Yeah. Why do you guys spend so much time at the markets? Because you've brought up
Uh,
so many of them.
yeah. Well, we spent like in Asia, there's just a lot of them
Okay.
around. So if you're just walking around the city, you're gonna encounter a good amount.
Okay.
I mean, depends what city you're in, obviously. But like in the two cities we were in, specifically in Thailand, like you'll find just like street stalls and stuff, like a lot of places.
Yeah.
So
Huh.
we were just walking around the city, and uh, by doing so, we would be going like around to a lot of markets, like some big ones, some small ones.
Mm-hmm.
But and also because it's cool, like they were pretty enjoyable for like you could just buy like coconuts to drink
Oh,
or just
fair.
like stuff
Yeah.
like that if you're just thirsty. Um, and it's cool seeing like what is in demand, you know, for local people,
Mm-hmm.
what they're buying, uh, as opposed to what we would buy here in one of our giant supermarkets.
Yeah. No, fair. That would be kind of interesting just to see the different culture there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it was pretty good.
Okay, because I was kind of
Um,
comparing it in my head. Like the last time I was traveling in BC, and some of the suggestions to do were like, "Hey, visit this big shopping mall," and it's like, why though?
oh yeah, no,
It's
that's not the
literally the
point.
same. It's probably worse than the ones we have here in Toronto. Why would I go there? Like,
Yeah, I mean that's true.
yeah,
Um, yeah, no, that I wouldn't want to do that because one, these are outside,
fair, yeah, yeah,
so you're just walking around, and also they're a lot more like they have a lot more personality than just like a store.
yeah.
they're not soulless corporations. They're just a man selling, I don't know, dried fish, just that he found.
I don't know why this popped into my head, but like one of the shopping malls I was at, what's the town called? It's Coburg. There you go.
Coburg. Oh, okay. I know
Yeah,
Coburg.
yeah, Coburg. Yeah, so they used to live in Coburg for a while, and they have a shopping mall there, right? In the middle of the shopping mall, they have a full-on car dealership
Wow.
with like what
How?
20 or 30 cars just on
How do you get them
display
out of there?
inside the mall. I assume some of the doors open like real wide or something. But that was my thought as well.
Yeah.
Like what?
So you just and because like I've seen those car dealership quotation marks inside malls where there's like one car there
Yeah.
and all the cars are actually outside the mall, but you can just
Yeah.
like go in there. It's like the office.
Yeah. Like the one at Yorkdale's pretty hype because it's a Tesla shop and they have like a Tesla inside. And that's
Oh, that's
pretty
pretty
hype.
cool.
Yeah. So that one's sick. But the one in Coburg, it was like, what? This is actually just a full-on car dealership inside the
Like
mall here.
inside, like because clearly if there's 20 or 30 cars, those are the cars you're buying. They're
Yeah.
not just displaying 20 to 30 cars inside a shopping mall.
No, they were in there, like in the car dealership's kind of space. It was like, what?
That's almost the amount of feral hogs I have in my backyard. 30 to 50. Oh, you haven't seen that meme yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay, the meme is literally just 30 to 50 feral hogs.
Why?
It's a whole thing to explain.
Okay.
Put it in the show notes.
Yeah, okay, I'll look it up while I'm editing.
It's
Sure.
just a good Twitter meme.
Okay.
Speaking of transportation,
Yeah.
let's do a quick little segue.
Oh, what a segue. What a transition.
One interesting thing that I don't think I've talked about Bangkok was the traffic and the rules to it.
No, you haven't mentioned. Yeah.
With the traffic there, you're not really going to get anywhere like in the actual city.
Yeah.
Inside the city, very quickly for taking cars. So usually you'll take trains, or there, like I was saying, these really interesting motor rickshaws.
Yeah. So what makes those
tuk-tuks
better than regular cars? Is it just
well
smaller?
because you can, a lot of the time they're small enough you can swipe between lanes, like
okay.
you can cut the lanes a lot of the time.
All right.
And one thing I find really cool there versus here about that sort of thing is everyone's totally cool with it. Like I didn't see one person get mad even once when a motorcycle or a tuk-tuk cut the lane and like got to the front, because everyone's just like, yeah, it's small, it's fun. Just let them go.
If it was a car, would they get mad?
Well, I don't, like, you literally couldn't with a car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But like tuk-tuks, it seemed like a lot of tourists took them compared to locals. It seemed like locals mostly took motorcycle taxis.
Oh, okay.
Because those are even smaller, so you can cut the lanes even better. Probably. We didn't take any.
Okay.
Because we were a bigger group, so we would just take 3 tuk-tuks.
That makes sense then. Yeah, that would be a lot of motorcycles. You'd
yeah,
have a whole gang.
Yeah. It would actually be a gang of 9 motorcycles.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was really cool. You can just cut through traffic, cut down the middle, and everyone's like, that's fun.
Okay. Sick.
So it was just so different to here, because here, if motorcycles are cutting down the middle lane, people will actually like try to murder them with their cars because they're like, hey,
don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's technically not following the rules, but I mean, a lot of street rules I think were broken. So
presumably, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, like sometimes the rules matter, sometimes they don't.
Yeah, I saw an ambulance driving.
Yeah.
To get somewhere with their sirens on and everything. People didn't really pull over.
Okay.
Yeah, they're like, shit, I gotta get somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, it's also just because like it was super thick traffic, but I'm like, holy, hope that person was okay. Yeah.
Yeah, if there's not much you can do about it, fair enough, but
yeah,
still, yeah.
But whew, So it's interesting.
Yeah, traffic rules are odd. Like,
Yeah.
I find especially stuff like that's kind of like not really that bad, like a jaywalking or something. Like, I see police do it all the time here. So I'm like, okay, I assume it's fine. But then you hear about like China, who publicly shames people who jaywalk. Like, they have
Yeah.
what? They have cameras all over the city and giant screens like on the buildings. So then the cameras will use their AI to detect the face of the person jaywalking, find out their name, and put a like the video feed like live of them jaywalking with like their name and everything up on the
Holy
screen to
shit.
shame them into not jaywalking.
I
Is it
mean,
really
it
that big of
makes
a
sense.
problem?
I guess it makes more sense in China because there's so fucking many people in the big cities
Yeah, that's what I
that
figure. But
cause
like,
like I would not have I didn't jaywalk in Bangkok and I wouldn't have cause you'll die. Like,
like doing it
cause
here, it's
here
fine.
we don't have
People,
nobody lives here, so it's okay.
yeah, yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
and people are like I don't think it's likely that you'll get into a collision or cause a collision by jaywalking here unless you're just a complete asshole about it.
Yeah, no, as long as you're like reasonably waiting for cars to either not be coming or
Be
completely
stopped.
stopped. Yeah.
Yeah.
When they're stopped,
Then yeah.
it's whatever, it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. But I know that in Dubai specifically, or yeah, in like Saudi Arabia and Emirates sort of area, it's actually like there's a reasonable chance that you'll get a somewhat expensive ticket if you jaywalk. Like people have been reported for jaywalking, like that's not that
Okay.
unusual.
Huh.
So don't do it
Interesting.
there.
Yeah.
But then again, that is a country where, or yeah, specifically in Dubai, that is a place where it's not a country, I know. Just in case anybody's like, Dubai is not a country. I know it's not a country, but that is a
No, you
place
don't.
where, yeah, that is a place where I believe I saw a statistic that said the number one cause of death among men age six, like 18 to 25 was automotive accidents.
Oh, okay.
So
Huh.
that's probably a reasonable thing to make not allowed if that's happening.
Yeah, why is that so high? That's
You ever
weird.
see those videos of like those rich Middle Eastern Arab dudes just like two wheeling their Range Rovers, you know?
I have not, no. But
Oh,
that
really?
explains a lot. Okay.
Well, you should. It's pretty great. But I think there's a lot of stunt driving.
Oh, okay. That'll do it
Yeah.
then. Interesting.
Yeah. Again, could be wrong. Maybe there's other factors, but I believe that specific thing is just due to stunt driving.
And that is a hilarious image I've got going in my mind. Just what do you call him? The crown prince or whatever? Like in the full robes and everything, just in a
No, they
giant
are.
Range Rover.
Yeah, that's exactly
That's
what it
exact.
is.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Okay.
Yeah.
All
It's
right, I gotta
wild.
check it out now.
Like it's actually like the left two wheels of a Range Rover, they'll get it going at like a 45-degree angle for like many many tens of seconds.
Oh, so it's like the side two wheels.
Yeah,
So
it's
it's
the
like
side
the
two
right
wheels.
front and the right back wheel.
Yeah.
What?
I don't even know how you do that.
What?
Yeah. I've seen so many videos like that. Like it's not obviously that specific thing, but I think it is based on my entirely uninformed opinion, not opinion, based on my entirely uninformed what I've heard. It's just there's a lot of stunt driving.
Okay, I'm looking at a news article from I can't read the name because I don't read Arabic.
Yeah.
Dubai police warn youngster against stunt driving. Uh, apparently, you can be fined 2,000 AED. You get 23 black points and a 60-day seizure of the vehicle.
Fair enough. If you're doing fucking crazy shit like that.
Okay, and it's even worse. The thing's on its side, right? Basically,
Yeah.
two wheeling, and then there's a
Yeah.
guy just standing upright out the window.
Yeah.
Like what?
So good.
That's insane. Okay.
So yeah, don't jaywalk there.
Yeah, that's good advice.
Yeah.
Or go anywhere near the roads. Apparently, it's dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
what?
You can go near the roads in Bangkok, but still wouldn't jaywalk. I would
Yeah.
advise against it.
So, like, what is it specifically about their culture that makes them want to do this? Two wheeling the Range Rovers.
Well, again, I don't think it's that. I think that's just like some people.
Yeah, no, not
Um,
everyone.
I just Googled stunt driving in Arab countries, and I found an interesting article that says Arab drifting, Saudi drifting, or Middle East drifting, known in Arab countries as tafit or hajwala, is an illegal street racing-like phenomenon believed to have started in the late 1970s that involves trying to drift cars to drive cars that are generally non-modified factory setup rental cars at very high speeds, around 160 to 260 kilometers per hour, across wide highways, throwing the car left and right. In the process, racers often drive dangerously close to traffic barriers and spectators watching from the roadsides without any protection. Tafit driver practice and events are generally seen on the wide-sectioned highways of Riyadh Al Qasim province and less notably in other parts of Saudi Arabia. The technique does not involve recognized high-speed rally racing skills such as high-speed cornering using power slides. The skill involves sliding around on a wide, flat, straight road section at high speed, drifting sideways, and recovering with opposite lock repeatedly. Tafit practice and events often occur with little or no concern for vehicle occupants, other drivers, or spectator safety. Many videos and compilations of the minor and horrific accidents that result are posted online.
Okay, that
Oh,
explains why this is.
lack of wait,
Yeah.
under culture, lack of hobbies amongst youth in the country and lack of interest in the arts by mainstream society has been cited as the motivation for youths to participate in drifting exhibitions. So just because of boredom.
This is basically just how teens in Europe in like the medieval ages would just do random duels and actually murder each other.
Yeah.
This is
Or
the Arab equivalent.
like how in rural areas everybody does ketamines. Not everybody, but more people do ketamines.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, the f do you do? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Just
Well,
drive
if
your
you're
car sideways. Okay.
if you're in Saudi Arabia, you just do crazy drifting.
It's a hobby. Yeah.
This is very interesting. Here, if you're in a rural area and bored, drugs. There, if it's a rural area and bored,
Stunt driving.
insane driving. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. But speaking of transportation,
Yeah.
back on the trip,
Okay.
this is a little weird. Speaking of people doing things they shouldn't do,
Yeah.
on the way to Asia, so leaving from once we got into Toronto airport,
Yeah.
leaving from between there to the Seoul airport because we were transferring.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, going Ottawa to
there,
Toronto to Seoul, right?
right, and during the flight, we were like maybe 6 hours in, and I was just chatting with my aunt and uncle and my mom, and in our seats.
Yeah.
We were like sort of near the back. We were obviously in like economy class, but so we were just chatting. We napped and stuff for a bit, eating like one of the meals, and we are just like chilling. And all of a sudden, I smell something like, I'm like, do you smell smoke? Like darts? And they're like, no. And then my uncle's like, actually, I do. Holy shit. And then as it drifts over, because I was sitting nearest the bathroom,
Okay.
everyone else could smell it. And so we're looking around. We were sitting beside like 4 Buddhist monks on the flight, so I'm like, it's not them.
Yeah.
I think like they're allowed to smoke, but I doubt they would on a crowded airplane.
Yeah, probably
Because
not.
they seem like they have pretty good self-control, so they can probably handle it.
Yeah.
And then we didn't see anybody around us just chilling in their seat, lighting up a dart.
Yeah.
So this one bathroom door was locked and closed, and we're like, ooh. And then it starts smelling stronger. We're like, somebody is smoking a cigarette here for sure, like close.
Okay.
And it's fucking so unusual. Like they always have the no smoking thing on, but I'm like,
yeah.
I didn't even think they'd need it now because I'm like, well, obviously you can't smoke in an airplane. Like,
Yeah, that's
are
just
you
common
good?
knowledge at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't smoke in an airplane. But and then other passengers are starting to notice it. And we see this flight attendant walk by, and she just walks by that bathroom that's been closed for like 5-10 minutes, and she's just like, "Ugh," and just like speed walks off to find other other flight attendants, and
Yeah.
then a couple others come back and start like knocking on the door,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, "Hey," um, and then they leave, and the guy who is in there opens the door,
Okay.
saunters on back to his seat, and sits down. And it looked like after that he was getting a stern talking to by the flight attendants. But when he opened the
Good.
bathroom, you're like, holy shit, he's smoking like 5 cigarettes in there.
Wow.
Yeah, like on a plane. What?
Yeah.
Uh, right after that, once he like a minute after he got back to his seat, they made an announcement. They're like, in all three languages, English, because it was Air Canada going to Korea, so English, French, and Korean.
Yeah.
They're like, hello, we just wanted to just issue a reminder to all the passengers on this flight here today that, like we said at the beginning, it is not allowed to smoke on the airplane, in the seat, in the aisle, or in the bathrooms. So please refrain from smoking on this airplane. And basically, to me, that was just like them, like, hey, you can't fucking smoke in the bathroom. Stop it.
Yeah, pretty
Like,
much.
yeah. So I thought that was really funny because they're just like right away, they just like called him out.
Fair. Yeah, I'm surprised that didn't happen sooner. Because like they
Yeah,
have smoke detectors in the room, and there are alarms that go off when you mess with it, right?
I don't know. He
Yeah.
seemed to get past it
Yeah,
because he was
that's
clearly smoking a cigarette. No alarms went off or anything.
yeah,
So
that's interesting. I don't know how he got around that.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm actually kind of
maybe he's
curious
using
now.
Harold and Kumar's smokeless bong, but he just loaded it with darts.
Maybe that might do it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fucking so weird. I'm like,
That
really?
is who
Just get some Nicorette, my dude. Like,
like
at least
actually.
for the airplane, just buy a few packs of Nicorette gum.
Yeah.
Like that's like
Yeah.
because like I would have thought personally
Yeah.
that it would just set off an alarm and they'd have to land the plane. And I'm like, shit,
Yeah.
I don't want that.
I assume it would
Or
have
do
like
some shit
set
like
off
that.
an
And I'm like,
alarm, but
yeah, I know. So I'm like, I thought we'd have an emergency land or something.
no,
But
it wouldn't be that bad, I don't think.
well, just
Yeah.
because like if a smoke alarm goes off on a plane,
I mean,
you
as long
know,
as they can identify it, like I assume that it specifies, hey, the one in the washroom's going off.
I hope so.
Why don't you check
Probably,
that?
yeah. I don't know. Like now I'm
Yeah.
like,
I
I don't know if there's one in the washroom.
I'm not
Maybe
actually
not.
sure. It's probably something I should know, but I do not.
Yeah. Well, now you know you can smoke cigarettes in an airplane bathroom. The only thing that'll get you in trouble is the smell.
Apparently, yeah. That
And
can't be
like
right. I'll have to look that
he
up
got
later.
in he got in way less trouble than I was expecting, to be honest. They like
Yeah.
went and talked very sternly at him at his seat for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And then they made the announcement and I'm like, "Oh."
I mean, it's possible that they sent him a fine or something later on.
They might have, well, also they might have banned him because Air Canada
Ooh,
is a fan of
probably.
just banning people
Yeah,
for
fair.
life.
That might have worked. That probably
Yeah.
happened.
So maybe they're just like, "Excuse me, sir, you're banned. You can never go on these flights again."
Yeah, that seems likely.
Like, did you hear about on Air Canada, this daughter and her mother, obviously, um, where they like overbooked the flight? I think it was something like that. It was just some sort of booking error, like they always have on flights, which is like frustrating and whatever.
Yeah.
Um, so they were like, it was like on the plane. They're like, their seat was double booked, and they're like, "Oh shit, sorry, you're gonna have to leave and take the next flight. Like, we'll put you on the next flight." And they're like, "Hey, no, we're not doing that." And there was like a big argument.
Yeah.
And then they finally got off the plane and were scheduled for the next one. And then they were informed after that that they were just banned for life from Air Canada because they were like, "We're not getting off." And they're like, "Oh yeah." Like they didn't
You can
tell them
never
on the
get
plane
back
though. They
on. All
only
right.
they learned after, like after they
Huh.
were like booked for the next flight. It was something like that. I might be getting this wildly wrong. I hope I'm not. But
Yeah, don't mess with Air Canada. All right.
no, they'll break your guitar. Actually, that's not Air Canada. That was what was it? United?
United
I think
was
it
the
was
one that
United.
dragged the guy off, the surgeon off the plane. I assume they
Yeah,
did
no,
other
that's not the
stuff.
one I'm talking about. A few
Okay.
years back, like when I was like a tween,
Yeah.
there was a song circulating on the internet that a guy wrote just about how United Airlines broke his really fancy guitar just
Okay.
in transit,
Huh.
and he was really mad, and he like phoned them. He like explained it in the song. It was just a ballad of how they broke his guitar. So he was saying he just called a bunch of people and they like didn't do anything or like offer him any money. So he
Okay.
just wrote this song that was circulated everywhere. But
Interesting.
I feel like airlines can kind of do whatever the fuck they want
Yeah. Yeah.
because
It seems like it. Yeah.
sure Delta got all that bad press for hauling a man off the airplane for like not much of a reason.
There's United.
Or sorry, not United. Yeah, sorry Delta. Ugh, you've probably done nothing. But United, yeah, United just hauled this man off for like not much.
Yeah.
Um, and whatever, and everyone's like, "Oh, that's terrible."
Yeah.
But do you think they've suffered like at all for it? Because like if you gotta get places and they're the best airline by like a couple $100,
Yeah.
you're probably gonna take it.
Probably. Yeah.
Anytime I'm on a long flight, it absolutely astounds me. There'll be like some stranger sitting on either side of me, you know?
Yeah.
Um, and like I don't like window seats for long flights like that because I like
No.
to get up and walk around because
Yeah.
I go insane if I don't move for more than for like an hour.
Yeah.
Um, but it absolutely astounds me how there'll be like some rando in the window seat. They'll get up on like it's like a 10-hour flight. They'll get up like once,
Yeah. I don't know how that
and I'm
works.
like, do you not have to pee? What?
Yeah. I'm in complete agreement with you. The aisle seat is obviously the best seat.
Yeah, and also
Yeah.
just the yeah, it's like literally like a 10 to 12 hour flight. They get up like once, and I'm like, how do your organs work? What?
I have no idea. It's
Hmm.
That's odd. Yeah. All right.
Superhumans.
So, anyways, so then there was Lumpini Park.
Yeah, that was just this very interesting. It's just like a big park in Bangkok in downtown
Okay.
where there's a river, like a small like pond river sort of thing that runs on the inside of it
Okay.
through like by the central path. And it has a bunch of really big lizards, like 5, 6 foot long monitor lizards.
Oh, cool.
They're pretty chill. They
Hmm.
move real slow. But what I find, oh, and they swim too. They swim like Godzilla. But what I found interesting about this park was we went like in the afternoon for like a few days, and
Yeah.
every day we were there, it looked like the Ottawa race weekend down the main road because like it's a road, but it's like for pedestrians, you know.
How so?
It it like
Like,
the
how
amount
did
of
it?
runners.
Oh, okay.
Like it looked like the auto race weekend actually. Like it was so incredibly dense running. Like we the first time we saw it, we asked people, we're like, "Oh, is this like a road race or something?" And they're like, "No, people are just running."
That's just
And
people's
I'm
like
like,
morning run or
I was
something.
in the afternoon.
Afternoon run, sure.
It was like maybe like 6 o'clock.
Okay.
But there were hundreds of people just like running in the same direction around. It was like a 3.5 kilometer loop. So I feel like if you do it twice, it's a pretty good run for sure.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Um, So I went running there once because it was super fun. But
Hmm.
like we were there like 3 times, and every time it was just like crazy. Like it was actually like an organized road race.
Huh.
But it was just that's just where everyone in the city runs apparently, like at the same time.
Interesting.
Well, actually, not even at the same time. I feel like it's just like any time that's not super early or at night. But it's like there were a lot of like in Korea and Thailand, there were a lot of just like random public fitness things around. Like there would just be like you'd go somewhere and there would just be like weight sets just like halfway up a mountain that you're
Okay.
like hiking up or some shit.
Hmm.
Or there'd be this like by that like by that path that in Lumpini Park everyone runs on.
Yeah.
There's lane swimming pools and there's also an outdoor full free weights gym and also an outdoor like machines gym that a lot of older people were on.
Hmm.
I'm like, holy,
Okay, that's
what?
kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that explains at least partially the lack of obesity.
Yeah, that would help a little bit.
Everyone working out like a mad dog collectively.
Yeah, if you have all the equipment all over the place.
Yeah, because like that stuff in the public park was everything you'd need in like a full gym membership. And it's also just in the park, so it's like a super convenient place because it's like Central City.
Yeah. Seriously. Yeah.
Um, but we saw stuff like that, like in we were climbing up the Seoul Tower mountain in Korea, which is like there's like stairs the whole way up. And like twice at the side of the stairs, there'd just be like these like little fitness parks where there'd just be like machines to work out on, and stuff like that. And same in Thailand and like in Korea, especially they were in especially random places. um, like just like beside a stairwell in the city, there'd just be a little fitness park, and I'm like, all right, sure. But but yeah, that was cool. Like with it, and it's I feel like it's a lot more encouraging to public health and just like to the public to do activities like that if it's if it's like a road race, if it's like tons of people are doing it. Because if you want to go running here, if you're not a super experienced runner and you're just starting out, you don't really like if you're running down the sidewalk and you're not familiar with it, you might feel self-conscious because like everybody else is walking, so you're like, oh, I look weird.
Yeah, I mean, it
But
depends on where you are. Like, there are a lot of areas on the waterfront here in Toronto where if you go walking around there,
mm,
it feels a bit weird because literally everyone's biking or running. Like, it's not packed
yeah,
like that. It's one person every like couple minutes, but
okay,
or not even couple minutes, like every like 30 seconds or something. But
okay,
there's a decent amount of people.
yeah. Well, this is like it's a full road, but there's no cars allowed on this
Okay.
place. And let's say there's that the amount of people that'll if you're standing still, the amount of people that'll pass you
Okay.
in 1 minute, I would hazard like 100,
Yeah,
maybe.
that's kind of what I figured, like an actual race. And that's
Yeah,
like the
like
whole
it's
3.5 kilometers is people packed.
pretty much.
Wow.
Like,
Okay.
yeah,
Interesting.
between maybe like 50 to 100 every minute, you'll see. And I'm like, holy, what
So
the
that's
heck?
thousands of people all running
Yeah,
on the track at
I
once.
mean, it's like 9 million people living in that city, so.
Oh, it's a I guess, yeah. Fair enough.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's still
But yeah,
cool.
super cool.
Yeah.
And it was so weird because like I was just like, what's going on? And they're like, what do you mean? People are just running. And I'm like, well, is it a race? They're like, no,
They're
they're just running.
just running. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking
So,
like could the like city or whatever just do that here, just put out some weights or whatever randomly? But I feel like people would take them here.
well, yeah, like they were like full on like bench presses and shit
Yeah. Wow.
that you could fully take the weights.
Okay.
And I feel like people would take them here.
Yeah.
I also feel like one reason you can't do it here is because of the winters.
Fair. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. They're not as
Yeah.
harsh in Korea. Or do
Well,
they get
they're
snow?
not as bad in
Yeah.
Korea. Like in Korea, there weren't free weight sets. They were just like machines that I guess they maintain
Okay.
to work over the winter. But in Bangkok, there's no winter at all.
Okay.
So you can that's what I really liked about actually Bangkok. One of the things I really liked was because it's so hot all year, you can have like a ton of outdoor infrastructure,
Yeah.
like those weight sets and stuff that you just leave outdoors all the time, and it's
Mm.
pretty much fine as long as it's not the rainy season.
Yeah. Interesting.
So yeah, because like, and same with like that's the same reason that there were tons of street dogs and cats. There, like it's fine. You got fruits and shit growing on the trees, and also Thai people are nice to strays, so they'd feed them.
Yeah.
So they probably wouldn't starve to death,
Hmm.
and then they wouldn't freeze, so that and they can just sleep wherever. So
Yeah.
they just live there.
All right, I'm leaving that in. That's the transition.
Okay,
And
perfect.
all right, so one last thing before we sign off for today's episode. we are going to start opening up the topics for these episodes for you, the listener, to vote on. So how it's going to work, we have... Oh, I should have a list of all of our damn social medias up right now.
Don't even worry
But
about
that's
it.
okay. I think I can do it off by heart here. We have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, Tumblr. Am I missing any?
Tumblr?
We do actually, yeah. I made it just because it just kind of automatically posts there. Maybe we'll exclude Tumblr. That's an odd one. And its audience is shrinking.
Nah.
Yeah, I might as well include it.
I don't know anything about it, but...
Yeah,
okay.
Honestly, me neither. I just made the account for this. So what did I say there? 6 things? Sure, that works. So on all of those 6 platforms, I will be putting up a poll with 3 options on it for the next topic. The options will be imperfect action, how to embrace failure and learn from it, climate change, what it is, what it's about, why you should be caring about it, from our very own environmental science boy here.
Hell yeah.
And then also minimalism. Kind of same idea, what it is, why you should be thinking about it.
So but from that minimal boy.
Right over here. If you look behind me, there's not very much. I put an R2D2 stuffed thing there.
Yep. Very good.
Background props. Yeah, make it more interesting. So yeah, you'll be able to go and vote on all of the different platforms. If you vote on all of them, your vote counts 6 times as much if you just vote on one. So go and engage with all of our social medias. Exactly.
Very good.
Big brain move right here. You got to go and follow us everywhere if you want to have your
Pokemon opinion. Go to the polls.
Pokemon get out there. that didn't have go in it. I'm disappointing myself. Oh well. It's okay. We're going with it.
Pokemon get.
And there is also... Yeah, sure. I'll announce it now. There's also a bonus place where you can go and vote. And that is on our new Patreon account.
Give me money.
Yeah, pretty much. Patreon's a place where you can support creators that you like. And that often comes with some kind of benefits to you, the patrons. So I think what we've kind of decided on is doing a Q&A every now and then. So more info to come on that, where you can submit questions.
Give me money.
But yeah, bonus place to vote. And if you don't want to do that, you can still go and do it on all the other platforms. Go engage with our content.
Oh, yeah.
And thanks so much for listening.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And we will see you. No, we will not see you. You won't even. Yeah.
You might see us.
Well, you might see us. We won't see you. But you might see us.
Will see you. Yeah. You'll see us.
You'll definitely hear us.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. You will hear us. You may see us. We won't hear or see you, though. Yeah.
But anywhere between 5 days to 2 weeks.
It should be about 2 weeks. That's the plan. That's what I'm trying for. We'll see.
Yeah. So, goodbye.